Hey y'all, what is going on? This is Jesse Boat in the 19th hole. I got holes 1 through 9 for the upcoming 3rd anniversary tournament, and these are holes that I've used in previous tournaments, in playthroughs, and tournament plays. So hopefully they can serve as a refresher to you all and help you all get ready to practice this weekend and prepare yourself for the tournament. Good luck. So definitely excited about that. It's always good to get the drop on this hole, which will be a difficult drop in the tournament. All right, hole number 2, par 3. Playing this one with a sniper and plus 10% for your drive elevation. So we have to add an additional 10% onto the wind for this shot. So with the katana ball, which is very important, you want that side spin 3 stat for your ball because you want that full side spin on this shot. We're going with max right spin. And just a little bit of topspin here. And then we're going to have the white ring to the edge of the rough line. And you want that ball guide kind of up the hill and slope back down to the hole. We make our adjustment here, max adjustment plus 10%. And then we're going to use a little bit of curl. We're going to put the edge of our ball guide just about to the edge of that outer blue ring. We get the nice bounce here. Up the hill, looks pretty nice right there, very good speed. And we missed this one by just a hair up that hill. If we had gone another quarter of a square to the right, we would have had that one. So just a little bit more curl and we would have had it. So let's go ahead and get started here. We got hole number 1. I'm going to show you how to play this one 2 different ways. Off the tee box, we're playing plus 10% for our elevation change. And we're going to play this shot to the left-hand side here first off, and then we'll show you an approach to the right-hand side as well. I like this approach to the left-hand side if you want more of a safe approach. And I feel it does still offer you a chance to get the eagle. So what we're going to play with is our extra mile here, and we're going to play with a katana ball. So plus 10% off the tee box, we're going with full top spin and about 4 to 5 bars of right spin here. You kind of just want to curl this shot kind of around this bunker and up the fairway. I like to try to stay in sniper range for my second shot. If you want to get into Goliath range or even backbone range, you can go a little bit farther up if you want. So I use a little bit of overpower here. Definitely, if you're playing for a sniper, that overpower isn't probably totally necessary, and depending on what driver you use, you may want to change the amount of power you use as well. So for the second shot here, I played plus 10% with my sniper. As you see, I'm just in min range for my sniper. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to line up this ball guide here with the hole. We have a left to right slight kind of tail side wind. So I kind of want to offset this shot just a little bit to the left of the hole and hopefully let the wind kind of do its job. So plus 10% here for the elevation is going to take me right here to the edge of this bunker. Just under 6 rings of adjustment right here. So we're going to hit this perfect here, and we're going to come in just to the left of the cup, pretty much exactly where we aimed. So plus 10%, you're going to play that ball guide tip right to the edge of the cup into the cup. No offset needed if you're playing the plus 10%. So for the second shot and method, we're going to play the shot to the right. We're going to play a power curl here. Full top spin. We're going with 3 left spin because we want this ball to bounce away from that far right rough. So we're just kind of trying to line up our landing zone right here. We're playing plus 10%, and we're playing, we're kind of eyeballing our landing zone off the middle of the bullseye. We're going 15 rings for our adjustment here. And then we're going to play our power curl here. Complete power curl and complete slice. And as you see, this ball is going to hit. And if we had had that right spin, this ball would have definitely shot off to the right and quite possibly into the rough. You may have been okay. Playing that shot with no left spin may be a little bit better of a way to play it. Then you won't play as closely to that bunker as I was. But I wanted to try the left spin and see what it did, and it did work. but I don't know that I would go with that much left spin if I played this shot again. Alright, so for this shot here with the sniper, we're playing plus 10%. We're going max left spin, and we're going to go with just under 3 bars of backspin here. We're going to play the ball guide just to the left edge of the hole, and then we're going to play our true club, which I think we played right here at min for this shot, but definitely find out if you're in min, mid, or max of your club for your shot. We hit this one perfect. This one comes in nicely. It's got a nice bounce and a roll to it, and boom, we got the eagle. Alright, so next up we got hole number 9 here, par 5. We're playing this shot with the big topper and the big dog for our second shot. I'm going to play 2 versions. I'm going to play one version with the Titan ball and then another version with the Berserker ball, so that you all can see the difficulties, or how using a better ball makes the hole a little bit easier. But I do want to show that it's possible to get the eagle with each option, so you feel like you're completely 100% forced to use a Berserker ball here. So full overpower does require a perfect shot. You do want to stay left side of the fairway here on this bounce. Right side is a no-go. It will put you behind the trees. And if you have to start curling shot and hitting overpower shots with topspin, with the big dog, with low accuracy, you're in trouble. So you definitely want to stay left side of the fairway for an open shot with the big dog. So right away here, you're going to see, notice between the 2 shots, the ease of the second shot is a lot different. It's much easier with the Berserker, aiming-wise, and you'll see that in the next video. But here you see I'm still able to make the shot. I use the wind to my advantage. I use full topspin, and you got to hit perfect shot here for sure. Great right, probably okay. Great left, probably not. But as you see, we do roll out through and onto the fringe, and that's going to leave a nice little eagle chip there for hole number 9. Definitely a hole that, if you want to compete, you definitely got to get the eagle, because you only got one chance, 9 holes. So, all right, y'all. Thank you all very much, and this hole can be played again in just a second using the Berserker ball. And I just really want you to pay attention to the change in the easiness of the different shots. So. Alright, y'all, so hole number 9 here, par 5. We're playing this one with the big topper. We're also playing it with the Berserker ball. If you have a power 4 ball, that would probably be okay. Titan ball, definitely a possibility, but it's going to require you, to probably overpower your second shot. It's a very tough hole. Here we have. So 8.5 wind is going to give us 3 rings, full top spin, and some left spin. We want. And we're going to go with not full overpower. Pretty close. Trying to get this shot as far up this fairway as we possibly can. That's going to give us a much easier second shot with our big dog. Now, if you are in a situation where you don't have a lot of balls, I would not suggest using it. But as you can see here, we are in a very good position right here now for this shot. So we're going to go for top spin here. I'm going to land that shot right here, right towards the hole, and then 6.9. And we're actually going to play this one more at mid, so 2.7 rings. Perfect hit. Let's see how this one rolls in here. And that's how you get the easy eagle. Power 4 ball, I would definitely say if you have a good stash of power 4 balls, it would be a fairly easy shot as well. As you can see, I took that shot from min range, but that's all set up from the drive. If you don't get your drive 150 yards down the fairway, you don't have that easy of a shot. So I mean, the farther you go back power wise in your ball selection, the less you're going to get on that tee shot. So keep that in mind. And really, it just depends on what you have available and what kind of game you can play. But it's gonna basically be the same type of play no matter what ball you go with. You want to bounce that ball in the rough with topspin and try to roll it out to the green or on the fringe of the green for an easy. Alright, so we got hole number 7 here, par 3. We're going for the rough bump. We'll play this one at plus 15%. We'll play this one at for topspin, max right spin. So max right spin for topspin is the adjustment here. Looks like that one right into the hole. And we're going to play our adjustment here. Max is 6 rings. So there's our 6 rings. Perfect hit. Let's see how this one comes rolling in. Is it something that we can think about using or not? Pretty close shot right there. You know, the rough bump's probably going to be your best chance at the ace if I would have to predict on this hole. It's just a really tough hole to dial in. You can't really land it up there in the area before the green because it's just so slopey there. You just don't get a very consistent bounce, and you get the same type of bounces if you try to land it on that first left fairway as well. It's just not very consistent. The rough is probably the most consistent landing spot that there is on this hole. So if we can figure out that, it looks like my shot came in a little bit too hot still. So what I need to do is I need to land that shot a little bit farther back and just trust that the ball guide will get there, even if it shows just a little bit short. So that's what we'll do moving forward. All right, we got hole number 8 here, par 4. It's probably one of the most unexciting holes in the tournament, in my opinion. And the way we're going to play it is with extra mile. You could really use any of your higher level power drivers here and be okay. We're going to play it with the extra mile 8. Choose a katana ball. Definitely want to make sure you have the hornet in instead of the thorn if you're going to go for the rough bump. And I'm really not going to play this shot with any kind of overpower. I'm just going to let the wind naturally do its thing. I go 4 bars of topspin. I would definitely strongly encourage you to not use lots of topspin and overpower at the same time, because you can very easily roll through the fairway into the rough. So choose one or the other. The next shot we're going to be attempting here is a rough bump, and we end up using the Guardian from min distance here, as you can see. It's a very difficult shot here, and it's one that's going to take some fine-tuning, I think. So with the, you want to try to land up close to the edge, and we go with 3, 4 topspin here. And I think 5 topspin would have been better, but as you can see, the ball guide's kind of misleading here. So we make our min adjustment, and then we push up about half a ring. And I think if we had gone a full ring push up, we would have been okay. But with a half a ring, you'll just see we don't land far enough into that rough or close enough to the edge, and as a result, we don't get a very good bounce up to the green and no roll as a result. So next time we'll go with closer to a full ring of push-up, I think, for that shot. Other than that, I'm okay with the way the hole was played. Like I'd like to just reiterate to make sure you do bring your hornet, though, if you do want to play that rough bump, because if you get too close up to that edge on the drive, then you will be in hornet range. As you could all see, I was pretty close to hornet range there for myself. Okay, move on to the next hole. Right is right. Right? Right? Yeah, right. So, we're going to play to the right. We're going to play with a Thor 4. We're going to go full side spin to the right. And we're going to go, we might go a little bit of top spin here. No more than 1 bar of top spin. Somewhere between 0 and 1 bar of top spin. If you got a little bit lower level of a guardian, you got to try to get that, you got to try to cheat that ball up to the edge as close as you can. Try to plan to do here in the next coming month. I'll start it within the next coming month. So let me do the shot first. We're going to give ourselves a two ring buffer here. We're going to go with just under 1 bar top spin, just under 1 bar. We're going to adjust this one about a little bit under 3 rings for the wind. You can go a 3 ring buffer on that shot if you want. You're just going to use a little bit more curl. Come on now, don't do this to me again. This is not a good shot. Okay, 6 seconds. Half ball curl. Oh, he hit great left turn in. We'll be fine. We got a lot of right spin on this one. Stop ball, stop. Okay, worked out okay. Bullying that late at night, not a good idea. All right, so full overpower this shot right here. We're going to go with pretty much full backspin on this one and 2 bars of right spin. We're actually going to let off on the backspin a couple of rings. See if we can get this one a little bit closer to the pin. Maybe get a little bit of James luck and get that albatross. So 4.8. Okay. That was a 3.4 ring adjustment there. Oh, we have to reset this crap. All right, come on. And we don't have time to readjust, so we just don't. Okay, let's hit it. Overpower. Oh, we hit it perfect. Let's see what this one does. It's a little bit farther left than I want it to be. Okay, not too bad right there. It looks like I'm going to need to over adjust that one a little bit farther to the right, and that is probably going to be because we are going over water. So you probably need to add some extra adjustment to that shot. Maybe 20% adjustment on that shot, just because it's going over water for such a long period of time. You know, at least 10%, maybe 20% adjustment on that shot. I don't know that I've actually heard anybody talking about adjusting extra on that shot, but I always feel I end up a lot farther left than I should when I make that shot. And we did hit it perfect, so you know we can't blame a mishit ball. Hole number 4 here, our second par 3. Here we'll be playing with the sniper. Plus 20% is going to be our elevation change here. Plus 20%. So I'm going to play this one with the navigator ball. If I had it over to do again, I'd probably play with the katana ball. I want 2 backspin, 3 right spin. Here you see I get my 2 backspin, but I only get 2 1/4 bars of right spin. And here in a second, you're going to see why I really would have liked that 3 right spin. So I'm going to aim this shot with the edge of the ball guide about halfway in the middle of that square next to the hole. Orange ring right there on the edge of the rough line. We make in a max adjustment at plus 20% here for this shot. We hit this one perfect, and you see this one rolls in very nicely. A beautiful shot. That extra side spin definitely would have done the trick though, and I believe we would have got the ace. So that's why you want the 2 backspin and 3 right spin. So for that, you got to either go to Quasar or Katana. I would go to Katana because the difference between Quasar and Katana is wind resistance. If you want to go to a Kingmaker and shut down the wind even more, that's definitely an option as well. Or wind balls, definitely are options. If you got some sort of like a Wind 4 Power 1 ball, that would be a good one. Hole 5, par 4 here. plus 10% on the drive. We're going to be playing this one to the right side. And I'm using a katana ball. I want the extra side spin for sure. 2 top spin. Max right spin. But the red ring right there along the edge of the rough line, in this example, it's just barely cutting the rough. Using about a little bit of curl to the right. As you can see here, we could have used a little bit more curl here and gone a little bit more topspin if you wanted to. Now be careful with the topspin you use, because you do go with more topspin and you hit great left, definitely a great chance to roll into that rough. If you hit perfect, you're good. So this shot right here, you have the option of bouncing it over like I'm doing, or you can play the rough bump. Either way, I would play plus 5% for this shot. Either way, Goliath rough bump or Hornet. If I had this shot to play over again, I definitely would have played the min level Goliath rough bump. Probably would have dropped it. But just remember, plus 5% for either of the shots. As you see, we came very close to dropping it there without any spin on it whatsoever. Maybe use a half bar of backspin, or just like maybe just a smidgen of backspin, like a 0.25 bar. Definitely all are played in kind of the same way in Expert as they are in Pro. So definitely check those out if you want a little bit more in-depth information on each of those par 4s. Hole 9 here is a par 5. I'm going to show you a layup way of playing the shot with the big dog, and then I'm also going to show you an overpower shot as well. So for the first shot here is going to be the layup conservative approach, and I'm looking at it here. Decided to go with the extra mile. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I have the sniper in the bag, so that kind of sucked for the second shot. But the first shot went as planned. I went 3 backspin, max right spin. As you can see, I have my orange ring just kind of midway cutting that rough. And then we're going to make our adjustment for the shot. And we're going to use a little bit over a half a ball of curl. We're going to use that backspin and right spin to kind of use that to just kind of bring that shot up into the fairway, and that'll be a perfect spot for the second shot with the big dog. Like I said, unfortunately, I brought my sniper. Thankfully, my friend Fenzel lent me this shot to use, which is the same exact shot from that location. And this is how you would play this shot. You have a straight tailwind, and it's actually, you know, the ball is going to carry here more than it looks. You're going to see that this ball really does carry. So you want to use some topspin on the shot. I would use somewhere between 3 to 4 bars of topspin and 2 to 3 bars of right spin on this shot, because you do want the ball to make sure it gets to the green. As long as it gets to the green, it's going to roll down towards the hole. So you see yellow power on this shot. I think, you know, the shot could have been played with a little bit less power and been okay. As you see, it cleared with plenty of room, and it rolled on here very nicely. It's going to pick up a little bit of speed, and it's going to end up right there on the edge of the green. Very easy eagle chip. So this is going to be the power shot now. Using a Berserker ball. Definitely need to use the Berserker ball. Extra mile 8. This shot will work with like an extra mile 7 as well, though. Or if you have like Apox, you know, 3, 4, stuff like that, definitely would work. We're just kind of eyeballing the landing spot off this, and then we're going, I go orange overpower. I don't think I needed that much overpower in the end. I probably could have got away with yellow color overpower. You see we landed pretty close up to the edge of that fairway, and we get the nice roll. Thank you for joining me for this pro refresher for the upcoming 3rd anniversary tournament. As I said, these were holes that were played in previous playthroughs and tournament rounds, so wins will not be particularly the same come Monday, but they can definitely serve as decent ways to remind you and refresh your memory as to what to expect when we do encounter these holes in qualification on Monday. Good luck and God bless.